Hello, my name is Mark Taylor. Welcome to the Education on Fire podcast network. This show is sponsored by the National Association for Primary Education. Hello and welcome to the Education on Fire podcast. The place where we share creative and inspiring learning in our schools. Primary Music Special, episode 82. Hello, this is Mark Taylor and welcome back to the Education on Fire podcast. This is part of our countdown season to the launch of Primary Music on Fire, our primary music membership site. And I'm really excited today to be able to tell you when it's going to launch, when it's going to go live. We've got a beta launch date already set, and we also have a price for that, just a tiny investment for you to start to embed music in your school, which is I'm so thrilled to be able to share with you today. First of all, I just wanted to say what the membership's about and also what it's not about. There are some companies and organisations out there that have absolutely fantastic resources and will give you an awful lot of content that you can basically just one week after the other follow all the way through a number of years. You know, a whole song bank, lesson plans for every single lesson that you ever want to do. And those organisations and companies are absolutely brilliant, and they're organisations and companies that I've interviewed on the podcast and also that we're working with to really support you as well. This membership, though, is really about how we can help you embed music in your school, because not only do we have resources within the membership, we've got ways for you to start singing, to start your recorders, to start Ocarina, to start fun things like boomwhackers, which are just a great way of getting rhythm and coordination going in your children. How do you put your music into the topic work that you're doing, and also how do you get that across every single class, whether you're doing it yourself or whether you're trying to support other teachers to do that as well, because we're about making a musical environment in your school. Some of these fundamentals which are really important, pitch, rhythm, singing, just having things which every child can get the chance to do and all the way across the board in every classroom, means that then what they have is a level of ability which then when you start to have different resources, different people may be coming into the school, whether it's peripatetics or whether you've got your music hub supporting you with various courses that they might be able to help you with. It means that there's an ongoing feeling that what you're doing is enhancing the work that you're already able to do in your class. And that's what we find really exciting, because then all of a sudden you can create choirs and you can create ensembles, you can have music assemblies, you can have performances within your class, you can take the classes and the ensembles out of school into the community, and that's a really fun and exciting thing for people to be able to do. So that's what it's about. It's us being able to support you with that. And part of that is the fact we're going to have a Facebook forum, a place where you can go and share your ideas and ask questions. We're going to have monthly Q&As. Carol and I are going to be able to answer your questions and just really support you if there's things there you're not quite sure about, because every school's different, every environment is different. And actually, while during your lessons you may have things like pitch and rhythm and things that you're teaching, what's the point of that? It's so that when you do your Christmas performance or when you do your end of year performance, you've got that ability within the children to be able to really sing their hearts out, so that when they're performing to the rest of the school, the staff, their parents, you've actually got quality there as well as the enjoyment of being able to do it. Because of course the one thing we know, that the better you are at something, the more confident you are at something, the more everybody's going to enjoy it. And then from there, you know, there's the bigger picture of not only have you got the lessons and the plans that you need, but also things that we can support you with, like how do you put on a performance, you know, the seating, things like that. Within the podcast section of this membership, I talked to Joan Lynn from Try Booking about how you can actually organise all the seating and all the ticketing, which is amazing, as well as all the interviews that I've done with so many people in my podcast season when we were talking to different organisations and companies about their lesson plans and things they can do, but also where you can go after you've done some of the first resources we've got. We can point you in the direction of great resources that we use all the time, but not only are they resources that we use, they're people that we know, they're conversations that we've had in person. So that's what we're about. That's what we're trying to achieve. And for that, as I said, we're going to do a beta launch, and it's going to be on the 25th of February. Monday the 25th of February is when we're going to open the doors and actually help us, because the whole point of a beta launch is really just so that we can support you. It's a full membership, it's fully open, it's fully usable, but of course we've got things that we need to test out. We need to make sure that all the login and all the tech works as well as we think it does. The resources we've got there are supportive for you. And because this is a two-way street, things that you need, you can tell us so that we can enhance what we have to offer and go through. And also, we want to hear back from when you're doing some of the workshops that we've provided for you. Get your feedback to see how they actually work with you in terms of what your experience might be and what the situation is in your school. So as I said, it's a two-way street, and the price is unbelievable. It's only £19.99 for an entire year. Just £19.99 for an entire year, because we know it's you, the teacher, who's probably having to pay for this herself. Great if you've got a school that's prepared to buy in for every teacher, but often as the music coordinator or teacher that's wanting to get music, sometimes it's hard to feel like you've got that support, and that's what we're here for, to be able to show you some of these first steps that you can do to get music going in your school, and then from there be able to support you where to go after that, point you in the right direction, show you the great resources, and then support you every step of the way. When you've got a performance coming up, where do I go? What sort of things do I do? How can I arrange something for maybe my ensemble to play in? Or actually, we've had a great few lessons of doing some singing now. Where do we move on from here? Do we do more singing? Do we maybe do some recorders? Do we do some ocarinas? How does that fit within the different year groups? And we can talk you through all of that as part of our Q&A. So I hope that really got you excited about what we can offer. As we said, it's the 25th of February is when we're going to go live, and it's only £19.99 for an entire year, and we're really looking forward to working with you at that price. It's the lowest price it's ever going to be, and we're going to be able to give you as much support as we possibly can on an ongoing basis. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have Carol on the podcast as well, and we're going to be a bit more in depth in terms of the actual workshops that we've got and how that's going to pan out, and all of the great expertise that she has in terms of the lesson plans that she can offer as well. But for now, I just wanted to come on, give you a taster, make sure that you knew when the doors open so that you can actually jump in, because we're only going to open it a maximum of around 20 people, because we want to make sure that we can test it the best we can and give you the greatest value we possibly can for those people who want to get in as early as possible. So thanks so much for listening, and we'll chat to you more about it next week. Thanks for listening to the Education on Fire podcast. For more information of each episode and to get in touch, go to educationonfire.com. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire.